But she's not ladylike. She can't dress properly. She
Whoa.
can't take instructions. She
Whoa.
can't articulate herself properly. She can't
Wow.
have a debate. She can't even back up her facts.
And what you got? What you got, big man? You're a loser. You're a loser. All they were saying was stand up for yourself as a black man. And King Riches came on the microphone and said, one of her tap dancing monkeys, King Riches, that was trying to cape for her when the whole Nick Fuentes situation went down. I mean, I studied, I looked at YouTube videos that studied. He was defending her left, right, up, down, sideways about the shit that she did. Literally left, right, up, down, sideways. And so I'm looking at the YouTube channel.
What's going on, people? King Riches.
Of King Riches. It says, why I left the Just Pearly Things network. I go back and I look at her channel. I didn't even realize he was gone. Didn't even realize he was really gone. King Riches leaves the Just Pearly Things network. And we're going to dissect what this means because he's going to cap, of course, but.
What's going on, people? King Riches. Hey, listen, I've got some news that I'm sure a lot of you will find interesting. I have left the Just Pearly Things network, the JPT network. I'm no longer a part of that network. I left a month ago. Right, so you're watching this right now, getting this news now, but I actually left a month ago. Now, a lot of you are going to be asking, King Riches, why did you leave JPT? What happened? Just Pearly Things direction is not the same direction that I want to go in. You know, I've doubled my subscriber base, you know, a lot more views, like millions of views every month. And, you know, I've made a lot more money. Right, but it comes to a point where it works best for me, my identity, my ideas about the world, that I just do my own thing. It's actually funny because a lot of people online was talking about me being in a slave contract, being on a plantation, you know, a Suge Knight contract, and I was stuck for 3 years and all of this nonsense. And I always told you guys that's not true. And look, the proof is in the pudding. I'm going my own way. I own everything on my channel. I've always been the owner of my channel, always been the owner of the content. And I'm leaving with everything I've accumulated. I always had this in the back of my mind that this was not going to be a forever type situation. And I always had the business savvy to know not to get locked down with anybody and have the right to leave and take everything I've built with me. And that's what I'm doing right now, right? It's very important that you don't understand that. A lot of people didn't think I would have enough brain power to put myself in a good situation, but I did.
So that I have no, and good night, Anthony. I have no good things to say about Buddy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. No good things to say about Buddy. What I'm seeing is that back then, Pearl had the Nick Fuentes situation. It actually ruffled some feathers. You know, he jumped on, and the other person that we're going to talk about jumped on as well. Auntie, she jumped on with the clown, and you know, they stayed on because they were getting more and more popular, more and more famous. She was using them more and more, right? So when she was using them more and more, they thought they were getting some clout, fame, all this stuff like that. Meanwhile, perception, hey, it is what it is. Then she does the Nick Fuentes thing because she has to keep pumping it up, making it bigger, pumping it up. Shouts out to the Joe Budden song. The Nick Fuentes situation goes down. They have an actual conversation. It seems like she told them, you need to support me regardless as to what's going on. It's going to be a problem. I've always supported you, et cetera. And they stayed down. They doubled down. They tripled down. I'm telling you, I looked at some of his live streams, King Rich's live streams specifically, when he had people on, and he was snapping on people. You're a loser. You're a loser, bruv. You're a loser. You're in your mom's basement and you're asking me about Just Pearly Things. You're asking me about Just Pearly Things. And what you got? What you got, big man? You're a loser. You're a loser. All they were saying was stand up for yourself as a black man. And King Riches came on the microphone and said, literally, that's all he did. C6 remembers. We remember watching that stream. You're in your room and I'm in the studio. You're a loser. And so now, after doing all that, probably going back, say, man, Pearl, you know what, man? I don't even think I could really just handle this. I don't really think I can handle this. Now you split. Why? Because she probably held a meeting and said, I'm gonna crank the racism up. I'm gonna crank the anti-Semitism up. We're gonna crank the misogyny up. and I want to be the face of the channel for real. I gotta start doing some things. Now, mind you, for how much he stood up for Just Pearly Things, she never specifically names him, thanks him, etc., etc. He's got a whole video dedicated to Just Pearly Things on his channel. 2 minutes, 24 seconds, albeit, but she has nothing for him. Thank you for your time. I love you. I loved you. You know, thank you for what you did, etc., etc. Nothing like that. Come on, bro. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say, for real.
I always had it in the back of my mind that this situation was not forever, and I was not stuck in a 3-year contract where, you know, I was being extorted. That's not true. And now, you know, within the first year, you know, it's time for me to move on and go in my own direction. I just want you lot to know that nothing will be changing on the channel. I'll still be doing the podcast show with the girls and all of that good stuff, as well as all the other content, more gym content, more personal content, you know, with the live streams, talking and relating to the viewers and all that good stuff. So nothing's going to change, just a little bit of change of scenery. That is all, yeah? But anyway, with that being said, make sure you're still locked into this channel. I want to say I appreciate all the people that support, the viewers, the people that know me before Just Pearly Things, the people that met me through Just Pearly Things, and the people that are locking on in the future, yeah? Big up to everyone. Keep supporting. And anyway, we are out of here. Peace.
Yeah, that all that was she was going to double down on the racism, and you know, I didn't want to be down with that anymore because it became too much, especially because you can't, you know, support me. You literally can't support me. Now, the other person that I want to see is Auntie Jenny. Ooh. Auntie Jenny also left Just Pearly Things. And some of y'all remember Auntie Jenny. I'm going to show you Auntie Jenny in a second. Y'all are going to remember Auntie Jenny, man. As soon as I show you Auntie Jenny, you're going to remember exactly who Auntie Jenny is. Auntie Jenny was the auntie on the Just Pearly Things show. And she's on here talking about, you know, why Just Pearly Things. And I can't find this original stream, but she's on here talking about why she left the Just Pearly Things show. We're going to have to watch. Shouts out to the big 100 in the building. We're going to have to do some streamception
on her platform so Auntie Jenny could showcase.
We're going to have to do some streamception, ladies and gentlemen.
I've spoken to her. I've talked to her. She's ignored me.
Wow.
Blessing said, well, you know what? You and Blessing can go take JPT and stick it up your ass.
Whoa.
You can take JPT and stick it up your ass. Remember, she said this. She's going hard right now.
And he's done.
So I think Blessing is the producer on the Just Pearly Things show. So obviously, Blessing is going to be on what? Team Just Pearly Things.
Yeah. So I don't think, I will say that all the time, that I don't think she's racist, right? But I just think that they're letting her go down this view. And why are they going down this view? Why are they allowing her to go down this road?
I think
I
she's
around and I
on the red pill.
I said to Blessing
to find some controversial content.
Now, after it all kicked up, I said to Blessing, when she goes into meetings, right? When she goes into podcasts. Number one, somebody needs to go with her. Number two, you need to have
like a guardian with a child.
A list of topics that you are not going to talk about.
No goes.
And Blessing said, okay.
Okay.
Her manager is supposed to check everybody. I said to them, before you go on the podcast, do your research, Pearl. Find out who you're talking to. Do your research about them. I said to Blessing, make sure you don't do your research, but you're going to allow her to go somewhere and not ready. So as far as I'm concerned, you and Blessing can go ahead and have it.
So what I said is true. She confirmed what I said to be true. I don't know if you guys heard her. This is that auntie. I don't know why this host dude is repeating himself. This guy's weird. But so essentially, they checked her for the Nick Fuentes thing, and she looked them dead in the eyes and basically either lied to them or said, fuck y'all, this my shit. No cap. And you can do that when it's your shit. She said, fuck y'all, this my shit. You know, I don't care about what y'all are talking about. Auntie gave her little suggestions. Yo, you know, bring somebody with you when you have these interviews or these sit downs, pre-interviews. Do your research of these people before you sit down and interview them or whatever the case may be. And niggas said, fuck you. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Go ahead. What's he done? Go ahead. Yes, you can have it, son.
No, he knows that it's past his bedtime and he's coming back. to give
I know
him
that
the
look.
card.
I saw
He
that
was
look.
like-
I thought, what's he done? That look.
He's like, I'm sorry.
But no, there's no helping her because whatever direction they want to push her towards, because you know how I was doing my shows and the things I wanted to talk about. Oh, no, Auntie. We can't be talking about food. We can't be talking about vegans and carnivores. We can't be doing the cooking because there's a whole load of, all of a sudden, they want to contact me. Oh, yeah, we need to do more wife school. Well, like I said, the wife school is out there. Look how long it took for Blessing to bring out the wife school.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to
But I thought the wife school was meant to be like with other people as well. Like,
No, it weren't. It was me. It was supposed to be me training her.
Training. The
which
basics.
is wild because she's meant to be the head of Red Pill. Like,
Exactly.
No one made her the head. She just got the most eyeballs. Remember that.
what to do. No.
Shut up.
She's
Exactly.
there trying to school me on femininity. She told me that I wasn't feminine once. I was like,
But is she?
well,
You're
out
not
of
feminine?
that's what she said.
No, you're feminine.
Really? You're
I
not
am
feminine.
feminine.
Oh,
I spoke to her about
We should
the way
test that
she sits
theory.
down. Listen,
I'm
I
not
spoke
Theory.
to her
Where you
about
from?
the way
Where you
she
from? You
sits.
from London? How do you get there? Matter of
Just
fact,
now. Don't listen to her, he's a joker. I spoke
I
to her
ain't
about
joking at all.
the
I'm
way
about to
she
cancel this flight to
dressed,
Barbados
right?
and go over there.
I spoke to her about
we could just both fly to
clothes.
Barbados.
I'll fly you to Barbados.
yo, tell them niggas to shut the fuck
I
up.
Dead
actually
serious.
went
Let's talk
out.
about that after this.
I went out and bought a whole wardrobe.
Flued out.
Right?
You went
A whole
out and bought
wardrobe. I went out and bought a whole wardrobe.
For
Right.
yourself or for
New
her?
clothes.
I went and bought her. Auntie Jenny bought Pearl a whole wardrobe of suitable clothing.
Damn.
Because it's all about
Suitable.
education, because it's not about money for me. So I get the money, I'm going to buy the clothes, wear them. She goes, oh, what should I wear for the Andrew Tate? No. Wear one of the clothes, wear one of the dresses that I gave you. And even Carvey, he went through and I gave him the website where I got all her clothes from and I said, go and look in the clearance and the sales
Wow.
department. He goes, oh, I like that dress. I like this dress. When she went to America, look at the clothes that she was wearing.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I got to say something.
Did you-
Drazzy, I don't know you. I like you because Auntie likes you. I'm fully concentrated. I'm the most educated person you'll probably ever talk to. Don't ever come for me like that.
Did he go to Harvard or was it a shirt? Maybe he did go to Harvard.
Yo, bro, he's killing me. He's killing
He's
it.
not trying to hook up. So I agree with Jazzy. You know,
Let me explain something to you. I've been streaming in the chat.
because I thought, no, this
That was
comes out.
sweet.
I fell asleep during it. And then I woke up.
How do you put these on? I'm not always on social media. I think a lot.
I hate the fact
Well,
that
I
we
mean,
changed her shit, and this is the way we have to
Build-
consume this.
Or maybe
She ain't gonna get. Go.
see.
The ones that she wants.
She ain't gonna get. Go home, Pearl, and marry a white man. That's what I always say.
Because the standard that she wants, okay, so in terms of wealth, the guy's gonna have to be pretty wealthy to match.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. She can't cook. She can't cook. Cleaning, washing.
So who's gonna do all of that if he ain't got no money to pay somebody?
But she's not ladylike. She can't dress properly. She
Whoa.
can't take instructions.
Whoa.
She can't articulate herself properly. She
Wow.
can't have a debate. She can't even back
Whoa.
up her facts. And
Whoa.
that's
I don't
that.
have that.
That's like the
So, and you know what's funny? Because that's like the basis of her platform. We see what type of timing Auntie is on. We don't have to watch no more. That's funny because that's the type of timing she's always been on. But again, Auntie, you sat in their faces. You sat in people's faces when they tried to attack Pearl. And all you did was that's all you did. Literally, that's all she did. Oh, I found her official YouTube channel. Maybe this will help. I literally sat there and watched you suck off Pearl for Sarar. Like you sucked her off. You're defending her crazy. We were here. We watched this video. Y'all remember this
My
video?
name. She just come up, and then I had to go and see about Sarah. All I want to know is why. Why Sarah? Now you're showing pictures. I was all right until you mentioned my name, and you're mentioning my name like I'm I'm under some kind of slave master. Let me explain to you, right? Because Pearl tells me everything, and let me explain to you. Have you seen my contract? Do you know whether I've got a contract or not? So when you're talking about Auntie Jenny, talk about what you know. Talk about what you've seen. Don't talk about what you don't know.
What you've seen.
Right.
She sat here and she sucked off Pearl for so long just to turn her back on her and say the same things. Say literally the same exact things that everybody criticized her for. Literally, just said the same exact things. Just same shit. So what I'm seeing is just Pearly things go deeper into the rabbit hole, past red pill to racist. She went from red pill to racist. Just Pearly Things. She goes from red pill to racist. Right? And in this same conversation, she goes deeper in the misogynistic hole, and she turns her back on the people that were defending her the most, which we knew was going to happen. She used y'all up. Now it's time to move on. I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to have myself as the face of the channel. But so can they come back and apologize? Can they come back and apologize for all the shit that she's done? Can they come back and say, you know what? You were right. 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 Can they come back and can they say that shit? I think a lot of people would appreciate it because they did a lot of slurping. They did an insane amount of slurping, and they didn't have to. That's the crazy thing when people suck all that dick up. They don't have to. You just don't have to. All right, let's get into Doja Cat, man.